Boomer parent, a logical argument from their child. Ow.
I don't like your attitude.
Look, this ain't just for boomer parents and everything. Just anybody in general. If they got a problem with your attitude or think that you do have an attitude, just let them know this. Look here, pension pusher, I don't like the fact you're breathing, but I gotta deal with it anyway, so buckle up, buttercup, it's not that bad. One of the great many things I wish I could say, but I know for a fact it would cause me to get fired from a retail job, and, well, food is expensive.
I want to speak to your manager.
I want to speak to the person who thought conceiving you was a good idea. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/insane parents because everybody knows somebody or has one that is downright just, about a Costco-sized bag of nuts. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Let me know if you've done something good fun this week. Like for myself, not exactly today, but yesterday I hit the ultimate funny number and found out that there is a milkshake bar called The Yard. I drove an hour because a boob joke suddenly popped into my head. And sweet lord, I regret nothing. Parents are like,
you should be grateful I only traumatized you half as much as my parents did to me.
I'd be grateful if you just didn't do it at all. That'd be grand and fantastic. It's cost little to nothing to be a decent human being, but some people really do be cheap as shit.
I'm taking my kid out of this school district. My 10-year-old just told me that his teacher told the class the humans are animals. What the frick? And I'm pissed. Should I not be? Wasn't she directly talking to him? This was a class lesson. Subject of the day. I didn't know they taught Scientology to public school.
Yeah, just watch. This person's gonna blow their load when they find out we came from monkeys.
You can't get married there, baby.
Why not? It's where my fiance and I want to get married.
You're going to have to leave all of my family out of it. You should have plenty of room for friend's girlfriend. And tell all of my family you eloped.
They can be tolerant for one day, and if they can't, they don't have to come. Uncle and grandmother already said they were coming. I've been tolerant every time I've walking to a church for them. They can offer me the same grace on my wedding day.
It's disrespectful to shock and horrify your Christian family.
They'll be fine. You know that.
It's like you trying to be the biggest embarrassment to me that you possibly can. I'm not coming.
You're not coming to my wedding because I also invited your family? Really? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever understand why weddings and Thanksgiving dinners really do bring out the sourness in the extended family, and it's honestly just weird every time I think about it. Plus also, this person was invited. You were not required to show up. You could have just easily have said no. But no, person wanted to try then to get the bride and groom to rearrange everything so it worked out for them explicitly.
Hey parents, it is your #1 job to get in your kids' way all the time. Kids do not deserve privacy.
Ah yes, because that's such a wonderful way to get your kid to want to be open to you, when a serious issue comes up. And, oh yeah, also visit you when they move out, which I can absolutely guarantee you would not happen at the soonest chance they have possible. Me chilling on the phone in the next room while my parents talk about how much of a dookie kid I am. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be vibing. Oh yeah, and then you get the headphones ripped off, told to go outside, play with people, and then you go outside too much, you don't come home, and then people wonder why you don't want to come home, and then they tell you to come home, and then they ground you.
Yeah, when my kid acts up in public, I slap her right across the face. She wanna act silly, she gets slapped silly, and that's how I was raised. I've actually knocked my child unconscious before from smacking her, but guess what? She don't act up no more.
I'd ask for a penance, say 100 Hail Marys, fast for 2 weeks, reevaluate my values, revoke my custody of my children, go to therapy, join a 12-step program, and shut the F up for the rest of my life if I was you. Yeah, back in your day, common sense wasn't all that required and all, and I know that you like to carry that forward to the present day, but, saying that you have made your kid unconscious before in public because they've acted up is not exactly a flex. I know you might like to think it is, but, little pro tip, it ain't. Caption for this one said, my parents did not like me going out to get a vaccine and came back to this. Yeah, because God forbid you do something for your own body, especially if you're over the age of 18. The whole my body, my choice thing Oh, it's also my guitar, your court date. Dad creates an app that locks kids' phones until they message their parents back. You just imagine there's a world where this actually became as popular as Apple. Next thing, also right behind the sales of this app would be the sale of burner phones. Complains about you not having a social life and won't let you hang out with your friends on New Year's.
Look, no, that's not how you were supposed to do what I tell you to do.
Don't have children if you cannot accept that they will grow into a whole person with their own thoughts, ideologies, preferences, beliefs, and values. No child should be forced and conditioned into a mini you or fulfill your lost dreams.
This kind of pathetic thinking is why our country is in disaster and near collapse today. We teach our children our culture. What you dummies do with it is your business. But one day you will snap out of the stupidity and see your parents only had love for you and a desire for you to be an asset to society, not a debit.
Ah yes, the world is in shambles. Eggs are, what is it now, $10 a dozen or something? I don't know. Gas is $7 a gallon in California. All because kids. What time do you need to be picked up from school today? Hello? If you don't answer me, I'm going to assume something is wrong and drive up to the school and have you pulled out of class. Oh, cool. So you're well aware that your kid is in the middle of class and you're trying to message them in a place where they say no phones. So you're getting upset with the fact that they're following a policy. Maybe before you send messages like this, be sure to check the time, and this very much is a conversation that you could have had before the kid went to school, and maybe set a couple of reminders, a Google message, an Alexa thing, or something to remind you, because apparently you're too stupid to understand this. Just because you are a parent does not mean that you can just have your kid override any policy because I say so. Comedian Brad Williams raises over $30,000 to send a bullied 9-year-old to Disneyland. Holy Jesus, good job, man. And I've seen this dude's performance. This is an awesome little dude.
I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. My son has autism and has been bullied for years. How he come home crying many times. I told him to stop being a kitty. If you can't handle being bullied, or we're not going to be able to handle anything. I told him I didn't care, and if he came to me crying again, I would give him something to cry about. He is 14 now and doing great. If he is still getting bullied, he knows better than to tell me.
Yeah, because you threaten him with violence.
In his life, parents need to stop and let the kids work it out. My son used to say he wanted to off, and then I said, do it. Because if you can't handle life now, you are really going to be effed.
You know what's worse than having a bully that you see every day when you go to school? Is having a bully that you see every day when you come home from school. And I'll tell you this right now, bullying sucks. I've been a victim of bullying countless times, and it sucks. Fortunately, I have never had to deal with a bully at home. But not being able to talk to your parents about bullying situations very much sucks, and it can unfortunately lead to some very bad things happening. Unfortunately, the whole unaliving thing is something that can be a result of endless bullying. But also, unfortunately, school pew-pew events can be a result of bullying. Very much, I've stated this in the past, and I will continue to state it. There is quite literally an episode of a Saturday morning cartoon that I explicitly remember covered bullying. Anybody else remember a Saturday morning cartoon episode called Jimmy of Static Shock? Because I definitely do, and it portrays a frighteningly realistic result of what can happen with constant bullying. I love you, Mom, but you can hit me and disrespect me and then act surprised when I defend myself.
All you do is disrespect me. That's all you do, and I'll smack you on the A because of that, because you are my child. But for you to lay your hand on your mom, girl, that is wrong in every aspect of it, so don't tell me you love me.
I'm an adult, and you aren't allowed to hit me. I'm 27, but fine, I won't. I know we can never have a mature adult relationship because you still act like I'm a child, and that's all you see me as.
Popping you in the A for being disrespectful is not hitting, girl.
Didn't we hear quite literally the same thing from Amber Heard? Yeah, no, that worked out fantastic. Girl, yes it is. Calling me a girl like Dad used to call my brother boy. Paul, I usually a joke joke about this. I didn't even think that anybody would be stupid enough to quite actually say, I'm allowed to punch you, but if you punch me, then we got a problem. Why is it that there are people in the world that think that they can spout stuff and get upset when people react? Have you not heard about the phrase cause and effect?
You have until tomorrow to move back home. Living with your girlfriend will not be tolerated.
Or else, what? You don't pay my bills. You don't have any control in the matter.
No control? I am your mother. You will do as I say. Be here tomorrow, or we will have the police remove you from your home.
LMAO, go ahead and call them. Tell me how that goes for you. By the way, you're going to be a grandma. Not that you'll be involved in their life whatsoever.
I will have the police remove you from your house that you decided to move into and are paying your own bills. You are going to live with us whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I want to see that. I would buy tickets. That's one of those things I would just sit down, get a nice comfy chair and popcorn, and invite an audience. Still is really weird that there are people in the world that think that when your kid turns 18, even if they're buying all of their stuff, basically covering their own expenses for living, that you still have control over them like a puppet. Like, what's next? You pull in the My House, My Rules card, but they're not even living there?
How did your appointment with your doctor go?
It was good. We started 2 new meds and a tweaked dosage of the current meds. I have a follow-up with him in a month.
Oh, you don't need new meds.
Yes, I do. I've been sleeping far too much with the Seroquel, sometimes 15 hours at a time. I've slept through alarms multiple times. It's time for a change.
Now, the only change you need is your belief in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Oh, what do the meds do?
They help me control the hallucinations.
That's the devil's way of trying to get to you because you don't believe in God.
I'm gonna try to not overuse it, but that's dang the mother from Waterboy.
Medications that control hallucinations are the devil.
Yeah, you know, because you don't need any sort of help or medication that's backed up by science and people that have studied education in order to be in their field for years. Nope,
you just need Jesus and the book of the cherry pickings and everything. Just the good old Bible is the only prescription you need nowadays.
Yes, the Normalite speaking back to adults who are repeatedly disrespectful to you just because you are an older. I must take disrespect.
What is this about?
Nothing, I just found it and posted it.
Take it down, please. If I have to tell you again to quit posting inappropriate things, I will shut down your Instagram.
Yes, such wonderful parenting vibes, as similar to the certified classics in the past of,
why have you not added me on Instagram? Why have you not added me on Facebook? Have you accepted my Facebook friend request? I don't like what you post. Take it down. Like this one here.
And also tell me this is not the same parent that would definitely threaten to take your phone if you were to block them on any of those social medias. Don't be surprised when you do this and you wind up finding out that your kid has an alternate account that you didn't know about. And trust me, if you can't find it, it's because they preemptively blocked you. I'm both respecting your privacy by knocking, but asserting my authority as your parent by coming in anyway. God but this was the most realistic thing from Fairly Odd Parents, and you know it. Looking for a babysitter in the area? PM me if you're interested. Here are my requirements. Have a bachelor's degree in childcare or 9 years of relevant babysitting what the
it's a baby. You're taking care of a kid, not working at Noah.
2, have 3 good references with phone numbers. 3, full-time availability, including weekends. Yes, you know, because full-time babysitting. If you ask for somebody to full-time take care of your kid on every single day, including weekends, I feel like you might just save money better by just not having the kid. 4, your own car and driving license. 5, native English speaking and preferred second language to teach to my children. 6, CPR certified, ideally a CNA license. Not sure what a CNA license, but being CPR certified is just generally a good thing to have. 7, no history of traffic tickets and no problems with the law. I will be running your name through databases. You know, normally babysitting is you sit with the baby at the house, not take him out and about. And I kind of feel like if all the work's going to be done at the house, my driving record should not come into play. 8, no tattoos, no substances, no
alcohol, no sketchy social media behavior, and / or public pictures. Wait, so just no social media at all? 9, must be okay with my 2 pit bulls. As long as the dogs are trained good and are in good manners and everything, then yeah, that one should be fine. But that could pretty much be applied to literally any dog, and by the way, screw you if you're the type of person who thinks just because a dog is small, you don't need to train it. 10, must be okay with emergency last-minute calls. Ah, yes, so you're looking for a babysitter to take care of your kids full-time at a moment's notice. Yeah. Way to go on that one. 11, perfect attendance is 100% required. 12, willing to pay for some snacks. Only Welch's. Only original. 13, will love to work with an infant, 3-year-old, and 5-year-old. Oh god, there's 3 of them. 14, ideally will be a Trump fan. In exchange, I will be offering $10 an hour under the table cash. It's like making $15 an hour normally, but without paying tax. Serious inquiries only. Anybody that says serious inquiries needs to actually make a serious post. If that's what you think a non-taxable $10 is, you really need to look at this again. You're not a kid anymore, and you're still a kid. Just do as I say. My dad. Oh, if you thought that there are people that don't river dance on that line like no tomorrow, you would be blown away. Your family is the only relationship that really matters, and people with toxic families just nope. Really, the thing I've always gone back to thinking of is that you can have family that isn't blood and blood that isn't family. Always go by Toretto rules, really. But if you don't like somebody, the only thing you got in common with that person is a genetic code when it comes down to it. You're not obligated to talk to somebody just because you share a genetic code with them. That's really all it is when it comes down to those people's perspectives when they do the whole, well, aren't we family? Well, it happened today. SD5 said, please don't eat my dog. When I questioned her, she said, Asian people eat dogs, so questions her more, and we find out her mom was telling her that. A pretty bad thing to have to explain to a 5-year-old what racism is and why you shouldn't say things like that to people. Yeah, racism is very much not an instinctual thing. It is always a taught thing. What really also sucks in it is that the parents probably laughing whenever they think of this. Reminders from your child. I'm a kid. It's just a game. My coach is a volunteer. The officials are human, and no college scholarships will be handed out today. Signs like this, unfortunately, have to be like my least favorite, oddly specific signs that needed to be put up for a reason that I've seen. And anybody who's the type of parent where they would bring a whole tailgating setup to their kid's Little League game and then get rowdy should definitely be banned from an entire county for this. That, and also just in general, you would think that it would be common things to like ban alcohol from Little Leagues. You want to bring big fold-out chairs so you can watch the game comfortably? That's all you. But if you see a cooler and it got anything else other than soda or Capri Sun, yeah, let's keep an eye on those guys. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.